A calm mind is not a luxury that only a few people can afford. It is a basic human need, just like food, water, and sleep. In today's fast-paced world, many people believe that stress is normal and exhaustion is the price of success. They wear their tiredness like a badge of honor, as if being overwhelmed proves they are important. But the truth is, living in constant mental chaos slowly destroys your focus, your health, and your happiness. When your mind is calm, you think clearly. You see situations for what they truly are, not for what your fear makes them seem to be. A calm mind allows you to respond instead of react. Instead of making decisions based on anger, panic, or pressure, you choose actions based on wisdom and understanding. This single shift can completely change the direction of your life. Many people chase external success while neglecting their inner state. They want money, recognition, and achievements, but they forget that none of these things can replace inner peace. You can have everything on the outside and still feel empty on the inside. But when your mind is calm, even simple moments feel meaningful. You enjoy small victories. You appreciate quiet mornings. You feel grateful for what you have instead of constantly worrying about what you lack. A calm mind also protects your body. Stress does not only live in your thoughts, it lives in your muscles, your heart, and your nervous system. Long-term stress weakens your immune system, disturbs your sleep, and drains your energy. When you choose calmness, you are choosing health. You are giving your body a chance to recover, and your mind a chance to reset. Calmness does not mean your life will suddenly become easy. Problems will still exist. Challenges will still appear. But with a calm mind, you face them with strength instead of fear. You stop feeling overwhelmed by every obstacle. You start seeing solutions instead of only seeing difficulties. Creating a calm mind begins with small daily habits. Simple breathing, moments of silence, limiting negative information, and giving yourself permission to rest can make a powerful difference. You do not need a perfect life to be calm. You need a peaceful relationship with yourself. When you understand that a calm mind is a necessity, you stop treating rest as a reward and start treating it as a responsibility. You realize that taking care of your mental state is not selfish, it is essential. Because only a calm mind can build a strong, focused, and meaningful life. Being busy does not always mean moving forward. In fact, many people spend their entire lives rushing from one task to another without ever feeling truly satisfied or fulfilled. They confuse movement with progress and activity with achievement. But just because you are doing a lot does not mean you are growing. True progress is not about how fast you move, but about whether you are moving in the right direction. Modern life encourages constant motion. Emails, messages, deadlines, social media, and endless responsibilities create the illusion that if you stop, you will fall behind. This pressure pushes people to fill every moment with activity. Yet, in this endless busyness, many forget to ask an important question: is what I am doing actually helping me become better? You can work all day, every day, and still feel stuck. You can stay busy but remain in the same place mentally, emotionally, and even financially. This happens because real growth requires intention. It requires clarity. It requires knowing what truly matters and focusing your energy there, instead of spreading yourself thin across countless distractions. Being busy often becomes a way to avoid facing deeper issues. Some people stay constantly occupied because they are afraid of silence. Silence forces reflection. Reflection reveals truth, And truth can be uncomfortable, but without reflection, there is no direction. Moving forward means aligning your actions with your purpose. It means choosing quality over quantity. One focused hour on the right task can be more powerful than 10 hours of unfocused work. When you slow down enough to think, you start making smarter choices. You stop wasting energy on things that do not serve your growth. Progress is not always loud. Sometimes it is quiet. Sometimes it looks like learning a new skill, improving your mindset, or letting go of habits that hold you back. These changes may not be visible to others, but they are transforming you from the inside. When you realize that being busy does not equal moving forward, you regain control of your life. You stop chasing everything and start choosing what truly matters. You begin to measure success not by how exhausted you are, but by how aligned you feel with your goals and values. True progress feels calmer. It feels purposeful. And when your actions are guided by intention instead of pressure, every step you take starts leading you closer to the life you truly want. Relaxation creates clarity and better decisions. When your mind is constantly tense, overwhelmed, and overloaded with thoughts, it becomes difficult to see situations clearly. Stress clouds judgment. It magnifies problems and hides solutions. In that state, even small challenges can feel impossible. But when you allow yourself to relax, something powerful happens. Your mind begins to slow down and clarity starts to rise. A relaxed mind is not an empty mind. It is a focused mind. It is a mind that is not drowning in noise. When the mental noise fades, you can finally hear your inner voice. You become more aware of what you truly want, what you truly need, and what truly matters. This awareness is the foundation of wise decision making. Many bad decisions are made in moments of emotional intensity. People say things they regret. They choose paths they later wish they had avoided. They act out of fear, anger, or desperation. Relaxation acts as a pause button. It gives you space between a feeling and an action. In that space, you gain control. Instead of reacting, you respond. Instead of being driven by emotion, you are guided by understanding. When your mind is relaxed, you are better able to evaluate options. You see both short-term and long-term consequences. You recognize which choices align with your values and which ones pull you away from them. This level of clarity prevents unnecessary mistakes and saves you from avoidable pain. Relaxation also improves creativity. Some of the best ideas come when the mind is at ease, not when it is under pressure. When you stop forcing solutions and allow yourself to breathe, your brain naturally begins to connect ideas in new ways. Solutions appear. Insights emerge. What once felt confusing starts to make sense. A relaxed mind also strengthens intuition. You become more in tune with your instincts. You sense when something is right or wrong for you, even if you cannot fully explain why. This inner guidance becomes a powerful compass in your life. Choosing relaxation is choosing intelligence. It is choosing to operate from a place of strength rather than survival. You do not need to rush every decision. You do not need to have everything figured out immediately. Give yourself permission to slow down, to breathe, and to think. When you make relaxation a habit, clarity becomes your normal state. And when clarity becomes your normal state, better decisions naturally follow. Those better decisions, made day after day, quietly shape a better life. Rest is preparation, not quitting. In a world that glorifies nonstop hustle, many people believe that taking a break means falling behind. They see rest as weakness and exhaustion as proof of dedication. But this belief is deeply flawed. True strength is not found in burning yourself out. True strength is found in knowing when to pause so you can continue with power. Every living thing follows a rhythm. Day turns into night. Seasons change. Even the heart rests between beats. Nature itself shows us that rest is a natural and necessary part of growth. You are no different. You cannot expect to perform at your best if you never allow yourself to recover. When you rest, you are not wasting time. You are restoring energy. You are giving your body the chance to heal and your mind the chance to reset. Without rest, fatigue builds up, focus weakens, motivation fades. Eventually, even the simplest tasks feel heavy. But with proper rest, your strength returns, your concentration improves, your passion reignites. Rest also brings perspective. When you step away from constant effort, you begin to see things more clearly. You notice what is working and what is not. You realize which goals still matter to you and which ones no longer align with who you are becoming. This awareness helps you move forward with intention instead of habit. Many successful people understand this truth. They do not work endlessly without pause. They structure their time to include recovery, reflection, and renewal. They know that sustainable success is built on balance, not burnout. Rest does not mean giving up on your dreams. It means protecting them. It means ensuring that you have the energy and clarity needed to pursue them for the long run. A person who rests wisely can go farther than someone who pushes blindly. There will be moments when you feel guilty for slowing down. The world may tell you that you are being lazy. Ignore that noise. You know your limits. You know your needs. Listening to your body and mind is an act of self-respect. When you start seeing rest as preparation, your mindset shifts. You stop forcing yourself to run on empty. You begin to value recovery as much as effort. And with this balanced approach, you become stronger, more focused, and more capable than ever before. Rest is not the end of your journey. It is part of the process. It is the quiet space where your next level is being prepared. Your thoughts shape your inner world. Every emotion you feel, every decision you make, and every action you take is influenced by the thoughts you allow to live in your mind. Your mind is like a lens through which you see life. If that lens is filled with negativity, fear, and self-doubt, the world will look dark and heavy. But if that lens is filled with hope, patience, and belief, the same world will look full of possibility. Many people underestimate the power of their thoughts. They believe circumstances control their happiness. They believe other people control their peace. But in reality, it is often the story you tell yourself about those circumstances that creates your experience. Two people can face the same situation and feel completely different, simply because they think differently about it. When you constantly think, "I am not good enough," you begin to live as if it is true. You hesitate. You avoid challenges. You settle for less than you deserve. But when you replace that thought with, "I am learning and improving every day," your behavior changes. You try. You grow. You move forward. The situation may be the same, but your inner world is completely different. Your thoughts also affect your energy. Negative thinking drains you. It makes everything feel heavier than it actually is. Positive and empowering thoughts, on the other hand, give you strength.